I feel like influencer now.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so well, that's my first podcast in English. You too.
Yes, mine too. So we're gonna speak a little stressfully.
Let's try to make it like nice, and if no, I will put some subtitles, okay?
Okay.
Really happy to make this podcast with you. Basically, we're gonna speak about a lot of things, but like, if people would like to know a little bit more, like Maximilian, who is Maximilian outside of volleyball?
I'm the guy who loved that sport, and from the beginning, I knew it that it's kind of thing that I wanna do. I wanna play volleyball. I wanna feel this feeling, this emotion, this everything. Volleyball was become to big part in my life from the beginning of my life. I started to play when I was 9, so I played 12 years. I started to play because of my brother. Before volleyball, I did gymnastics.
Yeah, I know, because like my girlfriend is a pro volleyball player too, and she was making gymnastics too, like kind of professional. And she's so easy, like in everything that she's doing. And do you feel like because gymnastics, you're more free with your body and everything?
Yeah, it was like a huge experience before volleyball, and I think that this doing gymnastics make me like a big step in front of every people who start play volleyball. Like every kind of the sport I could do after gymnastics, I felt that everything start to be more easier to me than to other who start play. That was, I think, like huge plus to me that I could do that for 5 years. And then like everything was easier, like I was more flexibility, faster, like everything started to be easier to me because of the gymnastics.
We just spoke about it like a little bit before the interview. We were speaking about TikTok because I asked you if you have TikTok or no. Do you see all the edits that you have on you or no?
Before the national team, like was 0 edits, and then my friend, when I started to play national team, and we were going to China, I look similar to that people in ASEAN. The people there were happy that I'm there. I was too happy to have this connection with the fans. And then just my friends start to send me a lot of edits and TikToks with me, and it was so weird to me to like just scrolling the screen and see me there.
Because like when I was writing the interview, I was like checking your profile, your Instagram, the game that you played, and I'm not so much a TikTok guy because I'm kind of old now. I'm 27, soon I'm gonna die, I think. But like I checked like TikTok, I was like, wow. So many edits on you. I was like, whoa, okay, kind of shocked.
Yeah, for me it was the same, because before national team, I was just the guy who played volleyball. I didn't have a lot of followers, and then was first tournament, second, third, and it started to grow up like crazy.
I'm not gonna speak about social media, like all the interview, but like, how you see as a young athlete, like being on social, do you think like sometimes it can affect like your career if you spend like, I don't know, too much time on it, or like bad comments on people, or
like, for sure now social media is a big part of our life, and I'm using TikTok, Instagram, and in my free time, but for sure is the kind of thing that you cannot spend too much time like watching the shorts, the reels, or reading the comments.
Yeah.
Like it's not helpful. So I'm just, when I have free time, I'm watching some films, some reels, but I don't spend too much time on this because I'm not that. It will not help me. It will be not helpful for me to be better player. So, like that.
Why you decided to switch from like gym to volleyball? You had like some family in volleyball?
My parents didn't play professional, but they were fun a little of volleyball, and they liked to play with the friends, just rent the volleyball court and playing there. I was too young to stay alone at home, and too young to play with them, so they bring me there and I'm just watching. And then my older brother, I have older brother, 5 years older than me. When you are the younger brother, you want to do the same as your older. Sure. And my brother started to I don't know how it's in English. No, judo. Okay,
Yeah,
judo is
yeah.
in every language same. So
In French, same too.
so he started the judo. He was 10, I was 5, and I also wanted to do some sports, but I was too young to play volleyball, to start to play football, and it was just one type of sport I could start was the gymnastic.
Okay.
Because you have to start this discipline from really young
Yeah.
to make the body ready for that kind of movement. And I started to do gymnastic, and it was really nice to me. But the problem, the biggest problem was that my brother started to play volleyball then, and he had competition every week. Every week was some tournaments, some games, and in gymnastic it's not so popular in Poland, and we have some tournament, just one per
Year?
I don't. Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Because what type of gymnastic you were doing? Like some acrobatic or
Yes.
rhythmic?
Yes, more acrobatic. I don't know the special name in English.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry.
But it wasn't, like dancing or like movement like that.
Yeah, something in the air and everything, some
Yeah,
figures.
kind of like that. The problem was that I didn't feel that I'm doing this, and then I have competition to prove my skills. And then I have my brother who has had every week some games, and then I feel I wanted the same.
You wanted like to compete inside the family also, like you would like to beat your brother or something like this.
Kind of yes.
When you start like volleyball, you had some models, like some players, or
I think that when I started to play, I was 9, and then Paweł Zatorski was the libero who played a lot in national team, and also was first world championship after a lot of years with like break of medals. And then 2014 was first a big championship after break, and I remember that was really impressive to me, and also I had chance to see on real the games, because we with my family we went to Warsaw to see the game, to Katowice. So I think that this person was the guy who I wanna like be like him. And Zenia Grbić, I have to say this because like, in that time he played, I don't know, Zenit or in Italy, but
yeah,
he played like crazy, and I just watching the shorts on YouTube, like amazing defense of Zenia Grbić. And
Zenia, if you see this, it's for you. Did you take some photo at this time with the national team or something as a fan,
Unfortunately, no. Now I'm disappointed of that.
Okay.
But it was the time that I was like shy, and I didn't want to do that.
That's maybe not so bad, because like a lot of time after they're gonna show you this photo, like when you get back in the national team.
To compare this.
In the Polish championship, like you joined the academy of Jastrzębski.
Yes.
Oh, it was like at the beginning, like you had to pass some test, or you just come there and.
Luckily for me, was that the coach called to my parents and asked them if I want to go there. I started to play in like small village in Radlin, and I played 3 years there. It was the competition 2 against 2, 3 against 3. Jastrzębie was always like the best. The best. I knew it, that is the best place to me to grow up, to be better. But I didn't assume that they called to me and asked me if I want to go there, because I was young and I was like too short. Like I knew it that mostly they take the guys who has like 1.80 m, 1.90 m, and I was around 7.
Because of course at this time, like because it was 2 against 2, 3-3, like you wasn't playing libero, right?
Yeah,
you was like playing
exactly
something like outside hitter.
Exactly, and I didn't expect that, but they asked me if I want to go there, and I agree fast. And also it's lucky to me that I live around half an hour or 40 minutes from Jastrzębie. A lot of guys in all Poland want to come there and practice there. So for me it was like easy to make that decision.
You one of the youngest guy playing in Champions League, right?
Yeah.
I think in 2020. Like you was so young.
Yes, yes, and I so thankful to Jastrzębie to have that opportunity. I was 15 and I was like third libero of the team. So if one libero go out, I went into the team. I was 15, so it was so stressful to me.
For sure.
And I remember that day I didn't have many practice with them earlier because it was like first day when they called me that we need you. And then I had just one practice, morning practice with them, and then was the game. And I didn't expect that coach will put me on the court. Second set, big difference of the point, and I'm just looking like that, okay. He put me on the court, but I didn't touch the ball, and then was third set. Was one reception and was on 3 meters, so I'm thankful. Because everyone was so happy, like the fans start to like screaming.
Did you feel like, wow, fuck, I'm not ready?
I think that was too emotional to me to start to think if I'm ready or not. I was just happy that I'm there. I didn't expect that coach will put me on the court, and then it just happened. Like I didn't have so much time, I think, to think.
Everything is going so fast.
Yes, everything was going so fast, and like also the team helped me a lot. Like they were really kind, and I felt easy to come. Maybe not easy is not a good word, but it wasn't that much stressful, which I think that it will be.
You're still so like young because you were born in 2005.
Yes, exactly.
Do you feel like you growing up faster as a person, like because you involved in like professional team with older guy and everything?
This for sure. Also, I started to go to school as 1 year younger than other.
Oh, okay.
So it starts to be like that from beginning of my life. And then I start to play with older players. I played in Radlin, in the small village, and I play 2 against 2, and also with the 5 years older than me.
Oh, okay. It's because you was talented.
6 against 6.
Okay.
So since I remember, I have connection with older players, and then also I was 15. I start to have practice with first in Jastrzębie. So was always like that. The group was always older than me, and I think that it makes me maybe not the same, but closed mentally to them, and was really also helpful.
Yeah, because like for sure you feel like some difference between like the same age guy that like I don't know, you was in touch when you was like a child or in school. Like
I didn't have time, like so much free time to spend other than
volleyball.
Yes, exactly. I started to live in dormitory when I was 12, so it was also hard. It was good because it was 40 minutes from my home city, but like living alone when I was 12, like, was also the point that I had to start to be like mentality older than I am.
Yeah, for sure.
Than I was.
Me, I don't remember what I was doing at 12, but for sure not living alone. Do you remember the first times that you start like play with the main team, but like really play?
In Plus Liga, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, that was in Lubin. Like my first.
Yeah, because you leave the Jastrzębie to go in Lubin.
Yeah? Exactly. That was the point that I was so grateful that I could spend that 1 year in Jastrzębie playing with like big names. Like makes me for sure better player, but it's the difference between practicing and playing.
Yeah.
And for me it was important to find the team. For sure in Plus Liga nobody will take me as a first libero, but I wanted to find the team when I could have chance to beat the first libero like that.
Yeah.
So
at least have chance to play. Yeah.
Exactly. I chose Lubin because was the team who didn't have so much money, so they have to take some young guys with less money. Also was important to me because coach was Paweł Rusek and he was libero. He playing as a libero. So I knew it. If I will not play there, okay, I have the coach who for sure helped me to be better player. That was good that I went there. I played I think that was half of the games I played just in defense and half of the games I play like full. That was the season that I was switching with the other libero, and then in Gorzów was like the first like full season that I could play like from the beginning to the end.
When you like before go to Lubin, like did you have like some cliché about like a pro volleyball life? You know, like I don't know, like about the locker room, the situation, the team, the training, or like you perfectly knew how it's gonna look like when you will get pro?
I didn't know, and it was a big new experience to me because the difference between like being the second libero in Jastrzębie when I had like exam in school, like I appreciate a lot that time and I have good connection with the team, but it wasn't like 100% being of the team. I didn't feel it because every time I was the first guy who had to come back to dormitory to do some job to the school.
At least you was making all the moving with the team, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
all the moving I did, but I didn't have time to do other things with the team apart from volleyball. And then in Lubin, I had just volleyball. I finished school. I had time to spend more time with them and to feel how it is in the team.
What did you felt like about the Polish league level? Because like it was the first time that you was really playing like all the season. I don't know, like because you face Jastrzębie, did you feel like, wow, okay, they really strong?
Yeah, for sure. Playing in Gorzów, every opponent will play as good as they can to or play in playoff or to stay in the league. So every team have opportunity and like feeling that they have to win because or they want to play playoff or they want to stay in the league. Doesn't matter we play against Jastrzębie or the other teams. Every time we had to be really strong on the court, and I don't remember the game that was just easy win. Like no. it wasn't like that.
Was it hard to leave Jastrzębie, and like did you know at this time that you will come back one day?
I hope that it could be like that, but I knew it that is I had to do it because in Jastrzębie was too strong team to me to play there. I knew it that I had to go somewhere with bigger chance to play, and then maybe it make me better to come back to Jastrzębie. And that was my plan, to go to play other teams, and then maybe I will be that good that they wanna take me and to play. It wasn't easy because I spent in Jastrzębie around 7 years, a lot of time, much time.
You kind of like the kid of the club.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. But I knew it that it had to be like that. It had to be like that, and now I'm thankful that every choice I did was making me better to come back here.
When you left Jastrzębie, Tonuti was there already?
Yes, exactly.
When you came back, he was still there?
Yes.
Did you notice that he had like some, I don't know, more white hairs, or he was getting older?
Yes. So now when I'm doing reception, he's not jumping to my ball. So, we are laughing because he's sitting there.
He's there in the sofa 5 meters away from us. At what moment did you feel like some, I don't know, mentality switching, where you say, okay, wow, okay, I'm young, but I deserve to be on the court, or you didn't have like this step or this kind of thinking?
I think that was 2 times when I start to change the mentality. First was in first year in Jastrzębie, was big pressure on the practice, and when I saw how is the behavior of the player, I love it because it's big difference between playing in academy and in Jastrzębie because of the behavior of the players. And when I saw this and I saw how every practice is important, and doesn't matter you are tired, you travel a lot, it's practice and you have to give 100%. You have. Sometimes it could be 70, but if you have 70% of power, you have to like make 70% of you. That was first time that I felt that you have to practice really good. To be better, you have to feel the pressure on the practice, because then in the game will be much harder. So that was first time, and then in national team, I think that was second time when I also felt the difference. And it was the same in Jastrzębie, but two times more.
With the main team in national team or with the young team? Because you play a lot with the young team, yeah.
With the old national team.
Yeah, yeah. You spent like 2 seasons in Lubin, and after you come back in Jastrzębie, you was happy to come back, like?
Yeah. I didn't suppose, because the club started to speak with me and my manager, and was half of the season in Gorzów, 1.5 years after I left Jastrzębie, and then they called me if I wanna come back, and then it was close like that.
You played a lot in the young national team. In the future, do you think like we'll see more of the young guy like joining the main one?
I hope, and I think that it have to be like that. For sure, is a lot of names who now start to play first division or plus Liga, and I keep fingers crossing for them to have this chance as I had to come into like 30 players of national team, and then they have to just show that it's good if coach they choose them to play.
I think he was like getting 2 times like individual awards, best receivers or best libero like in European Championship when he was young. Yeah,
It was something like that. Yes.
At this time, because like you was of course youngest than now, did you feel like some people start like speak about you? Oh, this guy maybe can do something in professional in the future. This guy is so talented. I don't know how you was seeing this like yourself when you was like younger.
I hear some sentence like that, but every time I knew it that it's really hard to become professional player, to play in Plus Liga, to play national team, and it was good experience to me to have this chance to practice with first in Jastrzębie, because it shows me that it's so nice and I want it, but it's so hard. I was so happy when we achieved some medals in young national team, but then I knew it that it will not make me that kind of player who immediately start to play in Plus Liga. So I was thankful for that word and what I heard, but I knew it that it's not that easy.
You said it like you joined this summer the main national team. How it's happened? It's Grbić who called you and say, "Oh, let's come."
That also is funny story, because like I didn't expect that. I did some job with physio, and I saw in WhatsApp some strange number, and I even didn't check it because I thought that it's some
spam or fake number.
Yes, we can name like that, like some spam, some fake number.
That's nice that at least you read the message, right? And you didn't like delete it.
I just see the strange number. Later. And then I open. What? I had to check, the photo if for sure it's Nikola Grbić. Yeah, it's him. He wanna call me, okay? It's the feeling that I cannot compare to other feeling. Like the emotion what I had was all the body was warm. I remember I complained to physio that it's too much, and then I said, do what you want now.
Give him more.
You can't kill me now. Exactly.
Poland is like a really big national team. How it is to like get the spot inside the team? Like, were you shy maybe?
For sure, the first weeks was that I was shy, but then the atmosphere started to be really good. I didn't have to be shy, like I could be myself. And was plus to me, I think, that I was young. I get this permission to play in some friendly game and first national league, VNL. And I knew it that for me, if I will not play in main national team, I have my young national team.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that I will grow that much, that I will play in first 14 players to get into this first team. But it was good to me that I didn't think so much. I just wanna enjoy that moment that I'm there. So when I start to practice there, I didn't think like I have to get into first team. I have to. I just wanted to show my best on one practice, on second practice, on third practice. Then I want to show my best in first game I play, second game I play. And that was good to me that I didn't thinking too much.
Just enjoying the moment.
Yes. Yeah. And I knew it that will be so hard, but if I will focus for one practice, for one game, it will help me to stay more. I will do the same. And it was first VNL.
Yeah.
And was good time. I feel that, okay, I did not great, amazing, but good job. And then coach, first not tournament in VNL, we play China. Then it was Chicago, then it was Poland, then it was final of on the VNL, and then it was Philippines. So for me, it wasn't like two steps. First step was first tournament in VNL. I didn't know if I like stay in the team or he will like kick me. He said to me, okay, you stay for second tournament of VNL. So I was so thankful and I enjoyed a lot this tournament and I did the same. Like, okay, maybe it will be the last for me. So I have to do my best on the practice and on the tournament. And it was the same story. After second tournament, I didn't know I will stay or he will kick me. And he said, you stay. So it was third, then was the finals of the VNL. And then when he kick other, I don't know how to say good, like, but it's like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just something normal in sports. Yes. Like it's not like insultant.
And then like we stay 14 and I was fuck. Sorry, I cannot.
No, for me no problem. I will say more than you, I think.
That was emotional. We were 14, so I knew it. Okay, I'm in the team. Like we have world championship in Philippines. I'm second libero. It happens. It was. Wow, so
everything was going that fast, like
yes,
VNL World Championship. Like,
exactly.
Wow,
it was very fast, but to me was one tournament, then second tournament. That was good that I could enjoy the moment because I knew it that one time he can kick me. So I have to do my best in one practice, in one game, in one tournament, and I didn't have time to think about future. I just wanted to show my best in that part when I'm in national team. It could be one month, so I wanted to show my best in that first month.
Because like how Nicolas Grbić is managing the young players, like is he like speaking to you like more than the other players, or it just like kind of like not secret, but like he say to you nothing and say you at the end of the tournament, okay, you stay?
I think that this is good because he's the same for everyone. And also I was glad for that because also before we start to play this friendly game was a lot of competition in Plus Liga. And we didn't have players to play 6 against 6. So he took some players from first division or some young guys. And everyone felt there that I'm here because of something, and he speak with me the same, with like the older guys the same, and with the guy who didn't get into this 30 player. He was 31, 32 or 33 player. He wasn't on the list to play VNL, but he took them to practice with us, and the like behavior for everyone was the same. Then that was really nice.
Did you knew at this time like you will have these roles that sometimes you will play outside hitter, like in the second line to just help in receive and defense?
We didn't practice that because we didn't know will be that problem with injuries in that tournament in Philippines. But then I knew it that I have to do which will be helpful for the team. So it doesn't matter, it will be being libero or being outside hitter and maybe come in. For sure I knew it that for me will be like more chance to come into court if I am outside hitter helping with this 3 rotation in second line than as a libero. I felt that is bigger chance to me because Piwko, Kuba Popiwczak play good tournament and I was ready if something happened, but I knew it that I could help team more as a player who comes into this 3 rotation. So I was ready for that. Well, it wasn't easy, but never is easy.
For sure.
It's normal. So I'm thankful that I had that opportunity to help the team like that.
Did you enjoy the Philippine like the life? It's hard to say because we always stay in the hotel, not go outside so much. But
it's hard to say about the different things than volleyball, because in that kind of tournament you play and you rest.
Yeah,
of course,
and you eat and sleep.
Free, yes. Also, the difference in time was 6 hours, so also we didn't have so much power to do something else. We had time to walk, to see something around the hotel, but we didn't call the taxi and go somewhere. We just rest at hotel, and sometimes we walk. And it was good time for me. Before national team, I didn't spend time apart of Europe. So then I was China, was Chicago, then Philippines. So it was really great to meet.
Travel a lot.
Yes. But everyone knows that if you have tournament, you don't have time to do something else. It's nice that you can be in that place, but you just see the hotel, the court, and around that.
Is some player like you, they impressed you when you get into the national team? That because in fact you kind of know them because some was in the team in Jastrzębski.
Everyone had to practice a lot and give 100% every time. But if I have to choose one person, it was Kamil Semeniuk to me, and his behavior on the court and out of the court was impressive. And we also had good relation. That was the game that he impressed me a lot.
I'm gonna speak a little bit more about how you see your future, because you're still young. Do you have some precise plan in your head?
I don't have plan that I wanna play in that team. First thing, I wanna grow up every time. So I wanna go one step, doing one second and third step every year. My career, little career, because it's starting.
Yeah.
First step was academy. Then was start to practicing with first team. Then was come into first in Jastrzębie as a second libero. Then one step was to start to play in Lubin. Then next step was to play all the season in Gorzów. Next level, being here in Jastrzębie with better team, and we wanna achieve more than was in Gorzów. And I just wanted that, every year to go one step and be better than the last year. And I hope that it will make me better player, and it will make me the player who can achieve more and play Champions League, play for medals in Plus Liga, play in national team. I have dream to play and win everything I can. That's the main goal, but the goal which I'm focusing is to grow up and to be better day by day and year by year.
Do you think for you it's possible that you spend all your career in Poland, like Kaczmarek, for example?
Maybe it's gonna be like that. I'm not close for Europe, but
let's see.
We will see. I don't have plan. I don't have my team which I have to play and I wanna play. I wanna grow up, and maybe it will be in Poland, maybe it will be in Jastrzębie, maybe it will be in other countries. We will see.
This, say me if you want to answer on this or no. I don't ask you where, and I think it's better for you to don't say where. But did you receive some propositions that you was why not?
I think no, because first was Jastrzębie. I was second libero. I didn't have many options. Then I wanted to play in Lubin. I checked the list of Plus Liga and I saw the team. I didn't want to compare the contract with I have better option. I wanted to play that team because I felt that that team will help me as a player. Doesn't matter the money, the years. I wanted to play there, and I said to my manager, that's my main goal. I want to go there. I see the chance there. Also, I asked more experienced player if it's good. It wasn't just my decision, but I saw that, okay, that's gonna be the place who will make me better. even I don't remember other option for like my manager. I remember that he told me that okay, like that team can take you, that team, but now I even don't remember which team was first division or Plus Liga. I don't remember. I wanted to go there, and luckily I was there for 2 years. And then after in Gorzów, in the middle of the season, I had some proposition of some clubs, but then Jastrzębie called to my manager, to me, and
yes,
well, maybe it was not immediately that I said yes, but I knew it that okay, like I wanted that, and for sure is the team when I can grow up a lot. So I just took it.
something that you're really happy on how you play, and something that you still don't like on how you play.
I like that my mentally is changing. I'm not saying that it's the best, but I feel the progress that is going to be better. The thinking and the mentality every time is changing, and I feel that I'm changing it. I try to change to be better player. Also, I speak with sports psychology, and also he's helping me with that. I think that I like it, my behavior to practice, that I want to be better, and this mentality that it's not perfect, but it's going in good way. I'm glad that I'm work with this, that it's not the thing which I'm just playing volleyball and mentality will be, I don't know.
You really try to improve each point.
Yes, so that's the good point. Now the bad thing, and I know what is, but I have to think how to say it. Sometimes I am a big disappointed of practices of game. I don't want to be that disappointed, but also I know that being disappointed will help me to practice better and to be better. So it's feeling which I don't like, but I know that
it's pushing you.
Yes, it has to be like that. So I don't like this emotion, this feeling, but I know that this is the life of volleyball player, and it has to be like that because it make me better. And like this is like two opposite
feelings, but
yes.
I understand.
For sure, I wanna improve every feeling because I feel that I can defense more, I can be faster, I can receive more, I can set better, especially with fingers. So I feel a much of opportunity I can do to be better. I know I have to practice and practice and practice and play.
Practice and practice
yes.
more.
Yes.
I really love video because like in 10 years I will be able to rewatch this interview and like to see what you was feeling in this time. That's kind of our question, but like how you see yourself in 10 years? Like
I'm focused on one day of practice and you're asking about 10 years. No, I'm joking. I wanna be better guy in volleyball and in life, with better skills, with better mentality, playing in good team, and play to win medals in Plus Liga or in other league, I don't know, but have this competition that I start season and I know that I wanna win that and that. And I wanna grow up to be that good player, to play in the team which play in Plus Liga, which play for medals. And I wanna to see me with good behavior, with good mentality, in good team, playing to win everything.
To finish this interview, because like soon it's 11:30.
But it's going really fast.
That's crazy. In fact, you have time to speak about nothing. Now it's gonna be like a really short questions. A lot of questions you basically just answer by yes or no. Is Grbić one of the best libero in the history?
Yes.
The strongest player you ever play with?
Wilfred Leon.
The stronger player you play against?
Wilfred Leon.
Is there one server like you kind of afraid when you go to receive?
Maybe it's not one name, but I don't like when someone wants to serve spin and it's going flat.
Is Poland the best national team in the world?
Yes.
Did you like cry after Olympics, like final?
I wasn't cry, but I was like really happy and so grateful, like a lot of emotion. Like it's hard to say, but I feel that I'm there, that I'm happy with the team.
Will you be European, world, or Olympic champion with the national team?
Yes.
Is there something that you like afraid in like kind of being professional?
Injuries and sickness.
One teammate like you 100% trust on the court, like you always feel like confident with him, the way he play.
Kamil Semeniuk.
If you weren't a libero, which position you would have played?
I wanted to play outside hitter when I was young.
People who are not playing professional things like professional get like some barrier against pressure or something, but like when you go to receive against like strong servers, do you feel like kind of pressure sometimes or?
I tried to think that the pressure is needed, like it has to be like that, and this emotion that you need to feel, the body needs to feel pressure to grow and to come into the best level I can. So I feel pressure, but I try to take it as a good point.
And to finish, your dream starts in 6.
Okay, libero, I have to say Genia, because like, he impressed me a lot. Outside hitters, I will say 3, it doesn't matter. Kamil Semeniuk, Leon and Fornal.
We need some guys
Yes,
like...
they need to change sometimes, so it have to be like that.
Yeah, and I speak about like the prime players, you know.
The prime, oh,
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so same. Opposite, Mikhailov and Kurek. And now middles.
Yeah, we need middle and setter.
Simon Kochanowski. And setters, Christensen Toniotti. He's not hearing. He's not listening. Man. I thought that you will jump to my reception today.
Okay, wow, that's already 1 hour.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you so much, it was pretty nice.
Nice for me too. Like, thank you very much.
English was perfect.
Wasn't that bad. We didn't need a lot of cuts. So. Yes.